Your water heater silently burns $800 a year, every single year, without you ever once questioning that cost. Meanwhile, a $15 tube at any hardware store nearby delivers the exact same hot water using nothing but sunlight. No electricity, no gas, no monthly bill, no contract. Never. This technology has been commercially available and fully proven since the early 1970s. Tested, fully documented. And yet, almost no one in this country knows how to build this. The solar water heater industry pulls over $3 billion every year, selling systems that cost thousands of dollars to buy. A $15 coil of pipe threatens that entire industry. So they made very sure you never learned how simple this is. This is the story of the most buried residential energy secret in all of modern construction history across the United States. Welcome to Forbidden Builds. Subscribe and hit the bell now. This is where we open the vaults the energy industry sealed. The year 1974. A solar engineer, Harold Hay, climbed onto a rooftop test structure in Atascadero, California. He watched a coiled black plastic pipe become blistering hot. The water flowing out of that pipe reached 160 degrees Fahrenheit. No boiler, no heating element, no fuel at all. Just a dark-colored tubing coil sitting under the August sky. Hay had been researching passive solar thermal systems since the early 1960s. What he found was embarrassingly simple. Dark surfaces absorb radiant heat from the sun fast. Water inside a dark tube absorbs all of that stored thermal heat. The longer the tube, the more concentrated heat it captures. A tightly coiled design maximizes surface area in tight space. His first working prototype cost less than $22 and outperformed commercial electric heaters in direct tests conducted at California Polytechnic State University back in the year 1976. Results from that study showed the coiled system reached usable shower temperature in under 45 minutes of direct sunlight, absolute zero energy. The university published the technical findings in a report, and then nothing happened. Zero adoption, zero programs made. This video is just the surface of what they buried from you. I collected everything the energy industry does not want you to ever know, all inside the complete Forbidden House vault. Solar coil systems reaching shower temperature in 40 minutes with zero electricity cost and under $15 in parts. Insulation hacks that slash your heating bill by 60%. Using materials costing $3 at any hardware store. Window film secrets cutting summer heat gained by 80% buried by glass manufacturers after independent laboratory testing confirmed the results in 1982. Gone overnight. Earth battery designs first uncovered inside ancient Roman ruins, thermal bath complexes excavated beneath the city of Naples, Italy. Over 10 complete guides in one single place. No filler ever. The link is in the description, but stay right here with me. The video is just getting started, and what comes next is worse. Here is what the actual physics of this system truly look like. PEX pipe is a flexible polymer tubing rated to safely handle temperatures between 33 and 185 degrees Fahrenheit. That ceiling goes beyond most water heaters, which are typically set between 120 and only 140 degrees for standard household safety standards. In direct summer sunlight, a coiled and dark-colored PEX system reaches between 140 and 160 degrees. That is measurably hotter than your current water heater output. A study from the Florida Solar Energy Center directly tested coiled polymer systems against electric heaters over 90 days in the year 2008. The solar coil delivered equivalent or superior water temperature on 78% of all measured days. On the remaining 22%, it was partially cloudy. The system still gave water at 90 degrees. Warm enough for washing dishes and doing laundry without power. The numbers here are the part that should make you stop cold. A standard residential electric water heater draws 4,000 watts per full heating cycle every single day of the entire year. The PEX solar coil draws exactly 0 watts every single day. Over a 20-year lifespan, that gap is approximately $16,000 in total saved energy costs for your household, at a total material cost of $15. Read that again. If you made it this far, you already know more about solar energy than 99% of homeowners anywhere in this country. Subscribe and share this with someone paying $800 a year for hot water that plain sunlight provides for absolutely nothing. Everything the energy industry buried is inside the full vault. The link sits in the description. Stay with me. It gets heavier. So why does almost nobody know how to build this system here? Why has this not become standard in every home across America? The solar thermal equipment industry generates over $3 billion a year in the United States, alone in total revenue sales. Professional solar water heater installation runs between $3,000 and $8,000 per single household install. That system does exactly what a $15 PEX coil does. You cannot patent a coil of pipe exposed to direct sunlight. You cannot sell annual service contracts on one single piece of flexible tubing with no moving parts and zero circuitry inside. You cannot create a dependency model around 2 push connectors and a roll of pipe any homeowner can install in one afternoon. The entire revenue structure of solar thermal companies depends on one belief alone, that harnessing solar heat is very complex, that it requires certified engineers and specialized equipment, that it requires glycol fluid loops and expansion tanks inside. The building codes in 23 states still require licensed contractor installation for any solar thermal system in the home, regardless of how simple the design or how skilled you already are. Not because simple systems are dangerous, because they are free. This is not an accident. This is an engineered dependency model. And this knowledge did not disappear. It was pushed underground. Here is exactly how to build the system Harold Hay proved works. Start with 100 feet of 3/4-inch PEX tubing. Cost at any hardware store, approximately $15 total. Coil the pipe tightly into a flat spiral shape on flat ground. Aim for a coil diameter of roughly 3 feet across when done. Secure the coil with zip ties or metal wire at 4 equal points. Paint the entire coil with flat black spray paint on all sides. Black surfaces absorb up to 95% of solar energy. Unpainted PEX absorbs roughly 40%. The difference matters. Mount the painted coil on a south-facing rooftop or flat surface. Angle it at roughly 30 to 45 degrees toward the sky. Connect the inlet end to your cold water supply line with a valve. Connect the outlet end to a holding tank or direct point of use. 2 SharkBite push-fit connectors handle both connections cleanly. No soldering, no crimping tools, no specialized plumbing required. Total build time for a first-timer, under 3 hours on a weekend. Let water flow slowly through the coil during peak sunlight hours. In summer sunlight, the output temperature reaches 160 degrees Fahrenheit in under 45 minutes of direct sun exposure. That is hotter than the factory setting on most residential heaters. I need to be honest with you about one real limitation here, though. On overcast days, the system underperforms compared to a gas heater. It is not a full replacement without a backup system already in place. But as a primary source from spring through fall in most climates, it cuts your water heating cost by between 60 and 80% down. That is between $480 and $640 returned to your pocket every single year from now until forever. PEX pipe carries a manufacturer rating of 50 years minimum life. The SharkBite connectors are rated for at least 25 years. The flat black paint needs a fresh coat every 3 to 5 years. Total maintenance cost over 50 years, roughly $30. A commercial solar thermal system costs $8,000 installed and requires professional servicing every 2 to 3 years total. The numbers do not lie. This is not a contest. This is suppression. This knowledge did not die. It was waiting in plain sight for you, waiting for someone willing to spend $15 in one afternoon instead of $8,000 in a licensed contractor visit. Harold Hay proved in 1976 that this system works. The Florida Solar Energy Center proved it again in 2008. Thousands of DIY builders have proved it every single summer since. The industry did not erase this knowledge. They buried the pathway. They made the alternative seem complicated, dangerous, out of reach. It is not. It never was. Now you know exactly what to do with this. If this video changed how you think about your energy bill at home, subscribe and share it with someone still paying for what sun gives. Every person who builds this system is one less customer they own. Every share of this video is one more vault they cannot lock again. The complete guide is in the Forbidden House vault in description. Step-by-step instructions. Materials list, seasonal optimization, everything they spent decades making sure you would never find here. This knowledge did not die. It waited. And now it belongs to you. Share it with someone still paying $800 a year for water. That the sun heats for free every single morning without any fail. The next vault opens soon, and what is inside weighs even heavier.